The theme this evening, of course, is jazz, and I have a little poem here which is called All That Jazz. This is from my second book called Bending the Light. A Japanese pianist is playing American jazz. I have heard musicians from Trinidad do their own creditable renditions, as have Russians, Hungarians, Scandinavians, and Canadians. Interpretations may differ, but the language is universal, nothing lost in translation. Something about the music allows it to touch the human soul, regardless of geography, language, or political ideology. Unerringly, this music expresses the freedom the human soul intuitively craves. The essence of jazz is improvisation, and each interpreter must bring his or her own personality, own soul, to the expression of the music to a degree that no other musical form is able to allow. Jazz is created as it is performed, a sort of metaphor for life itself, at least human life. No life replicates exactly any other. We are all jazz players. Thank you. I'm going to live a little dangerously here. This is something that actually is a work in progress, but I thought I would give it a try. It's a poem about the anguish of being and what anguish can drive even a god to do. It's called Meditation. You may regard it as science fiction if you wish. We are mind, consciousness, being, all that truly is. There is no time, no past, no future, only the eternal now with the attendant constant threat of boredom, the anguish of being without end, alleviated by naught than the trans-dimensional diversions we afford ourselves by way of an infinity of worlds we will into being. In these worlds we create out of ourselves avatars whose experiences are of necessity ours. The worlds they inhabit provide for them context within which to work out the destinies we assign. We ourselves devoid of context, since naught can contain us. Through them, we attain what of ourselves we cannot, a range of instincts and emotions befitting their purpose. To a few, called upon for greater service, we impart something more, insight into the anguish of being. These chosen ones include those who have come to call themselves humans. All are replicated in an infinity of worlds, but know not of each other, and but dimly perceive us in themselves. No fault of theirs, our will is all that is. It is their destiny to be our obverse in all things. What they enjoy hurts us, what brings them pain energizes us and is akin to their delight. The more intense their pain, their anguish, the greater our pleasure, the very reason for their existence. If they could appreciate in full how necessary they are to us, they would welcome their sufferings with the greatest joy. Intuitively, though but dimly, they know our needs and strive to provide what we require. It is the aforementioned humans who have elevated their service to us into a fine art they call religion warfare. The two are perforce inextricably intertwined, a device through which they provide us with the most exquisite sensations. Indeed, they are our mainstay in our uncreated universe. Without what they provide, our existence would be considerably impoverished, our joy immeasurably diminished. In our service, they must shed blood, the greatest violence to their being. They consume us in each other. In the process, we consume them and enjoy the pleasure that their pain affords. In life, they share our anguish. In death, they share our meaningfulness. Thus, wholeness is achieved. Our experiential continuum is, of course, assured by the imperious urge to self-replicate with which we imbue them. Through the interdimensional portals, we pass from world to world of our eternal now, experiencing the changeless change that they, our avatars, provide to energize and validate our being. That was risky. Well, here's a little poem just to lighten things up. I think, jazz has a variety of moods. They have the very serious, the meditative, and they also have the lighthearted. This is on a lighter note. This is called Dancing Shoe, and this is something I did just yesterday. It's very short. Dancing Shoe. I try to capture the sort of mood and rhythms of jazz in this poem. Yeah. A dancing shoe can wear a hole in the floor. A dancing shoe is a complement to a score. Shuffle and turn and slip and glide. A dancing shoe is one hell of a ride. It'll float on air, both fast and slow. Just remember to duck and look out for more. Bounce and slip and glide. A dancing shoe makes one hell of a stride. Thank you.
Let's give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Rene Martin.